Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Today we are going to have a new lesson, Unit 2, Conversation Listening Vocabulary in Megaball 5 book. First secondary grade, first semester, prepared by Abdullah Al-Hussein, presented by Muhammad Yathini. Today's objectives, or today's lesson's objectives. The first objective is conversation. We will practice conversation. Then we will listen for screens, 3 vocabulary, economics, forms of money, and industries. Suppose that you won 30,000 Saudi Riyal. 30,000 Saudi Riyal. You won this money. What can you do with it? What will you do with it? Think about having 30,000 Riyals. Will you buy a car? Will you go to a vacation? Will you buy a machine? Will you give it a gift to someone you love, like your brother or your mother? Or what? Think that, what can I do with 30,000 Saudi Riyal? It's not that much to do many things, and it's not little to save it or waste it for anything not important. This is, sometimes you get something makes you crazy by thinking a lot about what to do with it. Yes, your answers. Tell me what will you do with 30,000 Saudi Riyal. Yes, I think now you have decided something, and or sometimes you need more time to think about what to do with this money. Now, this man, what is the young man thinking about? What is this man thinking about? He's considering of buying new car or second-hand car, or go to work. Vacation, yes, or go to Europe or other cities. Let's go to the second slide. He's deciding whether to spend his money on a car or a vacation. Now, listen and read the conversation.
Page 24. 4. Conversation.
My parents gave me 30,000 Riyals for graduation.
Wow! What are you going to do with all that cash?
I don't know. I'm going around in circles about it, driving myself and everyone else crazy. At first I was going to do something really indulgent with it, like take a vacation. I was ready to book it, but then I got cold feet.
Why? I think vacation sounds like a great idea. You've worked really hard for 4 years. You deserve a break.
That's true, but on the other hand, I don't want to spend all that money on something that will be over in a week. So then I was thinking of buying something useful, like a used car.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it would be a great convenience to have a car, but at the same time, I'm used to taking public transportation, and I really don't mind it. Frankly, I can't think of anything that I really need, so maybe I should put the money aside for a rainy day.
Well, yes, I suppose the alternative would be to just put it in the bank until you need it.
Right. But then again, what's the point of having money if you're not enjoying it? Maybe I should do something indulgent with it, like take that vacation.
Now I see how you're driving everyone crazy.
Now we referred to the recording and we understood that it is this recording between two boys or two men, and these men, one of them have got 30,000 Saudi riyal while he was thinking, and he says that he is driving everyone crazy because everyone wants to think with him. He can't get an idea. They can't find, or they can't decide what can he do with this money. So we will listen again, and we will have a few questions.
Page 24. 4. Conversation.
My parents gave me 30,000 riyals for graduation.
Wow! What are you going to do with all that cash?
I don't know. I'm going around in circles about it, driving myself and everyone else crazy. At first I was going to do something really indulgent with it, like take a vacation. I was ready to book it, but then I got cold feet.
Why? I think vacation sounds like a great idea. You've worked really hard for 4 years. You deserve a break.
That's true, but on the other hand, I don't want to spend all that money on something that will be over in a week. So then I was thinking of buying something useful, like a used car.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it would be a great convenience to have a car, but at the same time, I'm used to taking public transportation, and I really don't mind it. Frankly, I can't think of anything that I really need, so maybe I should put the money aside for a rainy day.
Well, yes. I suppose the alternative would be to just put it in the bank until you need it.
Right. But then again, what's the point of having money if you're not enjoying it? Maybe I should do something indulgent with it, like take that vacation.
Now I see how you're driving everyone crazy.
Now we'll explain some vocabulary that can in this conversation. First word, I think everyone knows it. Cash means money. Cash sometimes means money. And drive someone crazy, greatly annoy or irritate him. Okay, now how much cash do you usually carry with you? Do you carry, for example, 1,000 Saudi riyal in your pocket, or 10 Saudi riyals? Or you don't carry money, just when you want to buy something, you just take the money from your daddy or father and just buy it. You don't keep money in your pocket. Usually you spend money in your pocket. Have you ever had to make a decision that you went around in a circle about? For example, do you have such choices like this boy? This boy has 30,000 Saudi riyal and he didn't know what to do with it. He went around in circles around. Did you or have you ever had to make a decision like this? You didn't know what to do. You make one decision, then you say, no, I will change my opinion, I will do something else. Then after thinking, you think about another thing, then you think about third thing, then you came back to the first idea. Yes. If yes, what is something that drives you crazy? Is it something with money? Is it with assets? Or is it with properties? Or is it with cars, with friends? Have you have to decide something about your friends. Welcome, Lisa. Now, recently we have heard a recording, and now we have some vocabulary. Get, call, keep. When we hear this word or this phrase, get, call, keep, is it because the weather is cold and you feel that your feet cold? No. It is to decide not to do something that you cannot decide. You stop making any decision because you are too scared or nervous. For example, when we give someone money and we tell him, ask him what to do with this money. He can't do anything. He has got cold feet. Here is the question. Have you ever gotten cold feet? Yes, think about this question. Have you ever gotten cold feet? You couldn't make any decision? Okay. Now, next vocabulary is don't mind. Means not annoyed or bothered by. So I say, I don't mind. I have many problems, but I don't mind. Means I have no problem. I'm not annoyed. I'm not bothered by. I have many difficulties in my life, but I don't mind. It didn't stop my life. I can go on. Okay. What is something you don't mind doing that others don't like to do? What is something you don't mind doing that others don't like to do? I will give you example. Example, some people don't mind working in hot weather, but others don't like to work in hot weather. Another example, someone may can work full-time and part-time, but he doesn't mind doing this. He can work full-time and part-time, but others don't like to do this. What is the things that you don't mind doing it, while others don't like to do it? Okay, next, put something aside for a rainy day. Rainy day. What is the meaning of rainy day? Day that has rain. But this is a phrase. This phrase has different meaning. Put something aside. Aside means not in front. Put it in your side for a rainy day. It means to reserve something, usually money, for future need. To reserve means to save, not spend it. To save, for example, when you get 30,000 Saudi Riyal, you will say, I'll keep it. Maybe in future I will get problem, I will need this car, so I need this money, so I will use it. This is, now you are reserving something, or you are putting the money aside for a rainy day, means day that you need the money or day with problems. Usually we use this phrase with money. Put money aside. Are you the kind of person who spends your money or puts it aside for a rainy day? We have some people use this strategy in his life. He usually keeps money. Others, they don't keep money. They just seize the time. They just live their day, and they spend money. Whatever they need, they just buy it. They don't keep money with them. Are you that kind of person who spends your money or puts it aside for a rainy day? So you have two choices. Either spend your money or puts it aside for a rainy day. For me, I'm a person who I'm the kind of person who puts it aside for a rainy day. Now, let's go back to the conversation, and here we have some questions about the conversation. What options are Ahmed considering? What options are Ahmed considering? How is he driving people crazy? Ahmed has many options. What are these options? And how did he make people crazy? Or how did he drive people crazy? What do you think he will do with the money and why? Now we have many decisions. What do you think finally he decided to do and why? Now let's listen again to think about these questions.
Page 24. 4. Conversation.
My parents gave me 30,000 riyals for graduation.
Wow! What are you going to do with all that cash?
I don't know. I'm going around in circles about it, driving myself and everyone else crazy. At first I was going to do something really indulgent with it, like take a vacation. I was ready to book it, but then I got cold feet.
Why? I think vacation sounds like a great idea. You've worked really hard for 4 years. You deserve a break.
That's true, but on the other hand, I don't want to spend all that money on something that will be over in a week. So then I was thinking of buying something useful, like a used car.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it would be a great convenience to have a car, but at the same time, I'm used to taking public transportation, and I really don't mind it. Frankly, I can't think of anything that I really need, so maybe I should put the money aside for a rainy day.
Well, yes. I suppose the alternative would be to just put it in the bank until you need it.
Right. But then again, what's the point of having money if you're not enjoying it? Maybe I should do something indulgent with it, like take that vacation.
Now I see how you're driving everyone crazy.
Now, did you find the answers? What options are Ahmed considering? Yes, the first option, he was considering about buying a car. Yeah. Then, yes, going on vacation. Perfect. And what? Putting the money in the bank. Yes, he has these 3 options. He didn't know what to do. Either buying the car, going on vacation, or putting the money in the bank. Question 2, or second question. How is he driving people crazy? How is he driving people crazy? Yes, because he can't make up his mind. He couldn't make a decision. So he drives people crazy. The third question. What do you think he will do with the money and why? Think about what do you think he will do with the money and why. For me, I think he will buy a used car because that is what I would do. I think he may buy another car or second-hand car, used car, because I may do this. Here are the answers. Is considering buying a car, going on vacation, and putting the money in the bank. The second question answer, he can't make up his mind. The third answer, the answer of the third question, I think he will buy a used car because that is what I would do. Okay, vocabulary building. You will see the following words in the reading on page 26 and 27. Match the words with their meaning. Here we have these words, and these are the meanings and letters of the meanings. Now, the first one, renowned. What is the meaning of this word? Renowned. Renowned means famous. Everyone knows him. What do you think the answer is? Yes, excellent. A, known, respected, and admired. Perfect. So number one, the answer to number one is A. Number two, comply with. Think about this word. Comply with. What does it mean? Comply with means that to obey, to follow the orders, not to say no. So what do you think the word that matches, the meaning that matches this word? Excellent. G. Be in accordance with agreement with and obey. Be in accordance, agreement with, obey. Yes. Number three, hurdle. Hurdle means something that denies you from entering a place or going out of the place, like wall, like iron, that denies you from crossing away. Yes, hurdle. You defined it? Excellent. An obstacle, a problem or difficulty. An obstacle, a problem or difficulty. Perfect. 4. Implement. Yes, excellent. B. To put into practice, to make changes. Put into practice, to make changes. 5. Founder. Easy. Easy word, founder. Found means to make something, to found it, to find it. The founder of the company, the founder of the establishment, the founder. For example, Bill Gates is the founder of Microsoft. He with many partners, some partners. Steve Jobs is the founder of Apple company. So the founder, yes, the person or people that establish an organization or company. Perfect. Perfect, yes, with H. Endowment. Endowment means to give someone something as a gift, as charity. So what do you think? Excellent. An amount or amount of money that is given as income to an organization, group, charity, project. Let this be. Amount of money that is given as income to an organization, group, charity, project. Number 7, dispute. Dispute means to argue, to not agree with. For example, when you want to do something, or you think that going outside of Saudi Arabia is okay, and another one says no, going outside is not okay, and you have dispute with him. You dispute. You have different opinions. And what's the meaning of dispute? Yes, excellent. F, strong disagreement. or argument. 8. Assets. What's the meaning of this word? We have only C. Things of value that are owned by a person or organization. Things of value that are owned by a person or organization. So, organization or person, when they own something and it is valuable, we call it assets. Here are the answers: 1A, 2G, 3E, 4B, 5H, 6D, 7F, 8. Now, we have completed today's lesson and we will summarize what we have studied. We had conversation, we had vocabulary, economics, forms of money, and industry. We listened to sequence. We listened for sequence. Thanks a lot for listening. Here are the references. This lesson is prepared by my colleague Abdullah Al-Hussein and presented by Muhammad Al-Husseini. I'm happy for being with you. Thank you for listening. See you later. Goodbye. Ma salam.